you guys? It's Mary.
And Amma.
You like us a like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below, you guys. Today we are going to be talking about love after lockup. And we're going to talk about Justine and Michael, and we're going to talk about specifically about how Justine is a master manipulator.
Yes.
I don't know how she sat down there and flipped it and put it on this man.
Yes.
Yes, he was late, but Justine, you didn't even wait to get in the restaurant.
Yeah.
You hopped out the car and told your mama. You didn't wait for him. You didn't even wait. You didn't. And I feel like she was hoping or thinking that he'll be there at the restaurant early, so she decided to tell her on the walk.
Exactly.
Because she wanted to make sure that they wouldn't tell her together for some odd reason.
Yeah.
And then you want to sit down there and say, you guys ruined my special nights. What's special about you being pregnant for the 4th time by the 4th baby daddy? What is special about that? There ain't nothing special. I mean, yes, he's your husband, but I mean, girl, just look at the circumstances.
And yes, I know these things do happen, but I am,
But also, my opinion is, Michael,
I don't know.
Your kids even told you to not have kids. You have 4. She has 3. Now you're going to have 8. She has just quit her job. You ain't really got no job.
You're trying to be
irresponsible people have come together. You're trying to be I'm so sick and tired of men trying to be rappers.
Ohio, I think it's in Ohio, Dalia. You're trying to be a rapper there, and the market is not there for that.
Ain't nobody in Ohio
who no one knows.
Nobody is in Ohio. No one.
I mean, people are there, but they're not. The rapping game is not there. If you told me you were in Atlanta,
then hey,
I'll say okay. If you were in DC, if you were
have
in New
a
York,
chance.
I'll say okay.
And on top of that, you can't even travel because you are on parole.
Right, so it's not like you can go to any one of those states right now.
If I were you, I would go get a 9-to-5 job and break my back doing that. Instead of trying to think that you're going to have one hit and you're going to blow up. That is really, out of all the people who are rappers in the world, I will say there's like maybe 5 or 10% who actually make it and really become like a Lil Wayne. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, Lil Wayne was a prodigy.
It's kind of like
the same thing with
basketball or NFL. You might be a good basketball player out there on the basketball court, that doesn't mean you're going to make it to the NBA.
Right.
That doesn't mean you're going to make it to the NFL.
No.
So it's the same thing I feel like with the rap game,
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that doesn't mean you're going to make it. And you were in jail for a while, like the guy was telling him, you've been, like, the rap world and all that stuff has changed.
Yeah,
dramatically, and there's no market for it really here.
Yeah.
He will be your music producer, but I'm just letting you know straight up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, but the way this woman just like gaslit him.
Yeah.
Deflected. Yeah. Was really rude to him in the car.
Yeah.
And I was looking at her and I just said to myself, for this woman to be 35 and her mama still helping her with her children and paying her bills, goes to show me she's a master manipulator.
This is the way she turned it on him. Like he was at fault. Yes, he was late, but I mean, he wasn't really at fault for anything else.
This is like another Stacy situation, like in Stacy and Darcy.
I know.
Where you have, a sister who is so manipulative, and the next thing you know, you're apologizing when they're the ones who did the wrong.
I know.
And it's only after you apologize that they now will apologize. But with a but. Girl.
Yeah. And then also that whole thing with the daughter, I thought was odd. I thought it was so wrong for her, one, to say that, well, I want to have another kid, so I can do everything that I didn't do with you. First of all, one, that's your fault.
Yeah.
Okay? 2, I'm still 14.
Alive, and I'm here.
I'm
17.
14.
No, she's 17.
She's 17. She's not off to college yet.
No, she's
not.
And
even when you're in college, I mean, you want your parents to see you. You want them to be there for you. All that stuff.
Packages, like.
I mean, if you want to go, you get her nails done and stuff like that, then fine. I'm still here. But you want to replace me with your convict
And that's
husband?
how it sounded. And the other thing, too, when she leaves the house, what does she say to the girl? You're in charge. Kayla, you're in charge. And then the other thing, she took her away.
So she has had to be a second mom. So, I mean, I'm sure she's dreading, like, oh, my God. Like, I'm sure she's wondering, what if she doesn't even go to college? Because she says, my mom has all these kids. I have to help her.
Well, she's 17. Prom is coming. She's going to need money for a gown. And for, things that she needs for prom.
And you decide to quit
your job. This is her last year in high school, probably.
Yeah.
And she's like I still have stuff that I want to do, and now it's like you're focused on your pregnancy, and I'm sure like when she's pregnant, she probably becomes an awful person.
Yeah.
And she's sending or extra lazy, sending the daughter everywhere to do stuff for her. Yeah. Because she's having mood swings or what the hell. So the daughter knows what this means. It means that my last year in high school is over and done with. Yeah, and it's going to be a nightmare.
And the thing is, she's going to have to depend on the man who left this little shoe company for funds. Because her mom has quit her job.
Obviously, yeah.
So I can't depend on you.
And then she had this weird thing that she says, I love you different from how I love your brother. What is that?
What does that mean?
What does that mean? Very bizarre. Now, we know if it was a father who told a daughter that, we will be like, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I am also like, what does that mean?
Yeah.
I love you all, but you know I love you different.
It's not less, it's just different.
I don't even know what that means. But it has a weird connotation to it.
Come here, let give Mumsy some lovesies.
It was odd.
It was odd, yeah. It was
and
odd.
then she took her away from when the grandmother was asking her questions and saying, do you think you'll be replaced or something? She took her away from everybody to go talk to her separately and talk about how she loves her different. That was weird. That whole thing was weird. Do y'all feel like that was weird? It seemed odd to me.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and talk about Aris and Cameron. This man was not drunk. No. This man did not black out.
You said
when you are black out drunk, you are out. Mm-hmm. Not meaning things are a little faint or fuzzy. You were actually knocked the hell out. Like even if somebody did this to you, you don't feel it. Yeah. Like you are like dead weight. So as far as I'm concerned, he did not black out.
He was fake snoring too. It sounded fake.
He wasn't that drunk. I mean, yes, he drank a bottle of liquor, but he was not that drunk. Because you were able to see your finger. When you're blacked out, you can't see nothing. Everything's black. Okay? You can't see. You can't even see your toenails. Yeah. But you saw your finger.
He walking?
You took it off.
Yeah.
You were able to turn your whole neck.
Yes.
And throw it towards her face.
Yes.
You blacked out? Yeah. Really? I ain't buying that crap.
You weren't fixing your neck muscles at that time.
I know. So, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, he was not that blacked out. No. He was not that fuzzy. That was the excuse he wanted to use. Right. So when he misbehaves, he doesn't have to apologize. And then it's like he tried to blame her. You know, he makes me so angry. And
she frustrates me.
She annoys me.
Because I'm just like, girl, why are you wasting your youth on this vagabond up in these streets?
And he's short. He's a delinquent. And he has nothing to offer. No. He's a convict. He's a manipulator. Mm-hmm. He is a gaslighter. Mm-hmm. And you have decided this is who you're going to bring to your daughter's life. Mm-hmm. And then the generational curses continue. Because my mama brought a convict into my life. And he was doing all types of stuff. And when I have him move, exactly. Her daddy was a convict. She is now beautiful convict. Yes. Now your daughter probably going to be beautiful convict. Because now the convict stuff is in. And then you continue the cycle. Yeah. So the whole thing was just like...
I hope when you go to Florida, you catch some sense.
She won't.
The 60 days before that man got to come there. And if I were you, I will move from where I live.
She won't. You know why? Because this woman had the nerve.
Because she has told everyone.
To go and put the ring back on his finger like this is some recommitment ceremony after 2 days of being married.
The delusion is real.
Gangsta love story, boo. Keep the hope alive.
Keep the hope alive. There's no hope for this relationship, for real. Like, girl.
My God. It was like, I wrote so many notes about this, but I'm not even going to go into it.
I have never felt inclined to pray for anyone in Love After Lockup, but I am so inclined to pray for this girl. And because it is like you were saying, it's a generational thing that she's doing. Yeah. And she's so effing unaware about it.
I know.
You know, that really, at this point, only God himself can come into her life and snatch her up out of that. Hopefully, he will get into some trouble and get locked up again before the 60 days.
That will be her saving grace.
That will be her saving grace.
I mean, he was talking about how he's an alpha male. An alpha male.
I don't even... Are you...
You know what I think people think an alpha male is? It's somebody who's loud, who's rambunctious, who talks a lot of mess, but really don't do anything. That's why I think people actually believe in alpha female or alpha male is.
Yes.
And it's not. That's not. There's nothing alpha about that. You're acting like a beta.
Yeah.
Because if you have to yell and buff up your chest and stand on tables so you can be taller than everybody to get your point across, you are acting like, I don't want to say what's on my mind, but you acting like a beta.
A true alpha doesn't say he's
much.
alpha.
He doesn't have to say
He doesn't say he's alpha either. But he commands the room, he gets the respect. And he doesn't say anything, and he doesn't make threats.
Yeah.
Because the reason why he's respected is when you cross him, all you see is action that's followed all the way through.
It's like LeBron James,
So
when that guy, when they called him, a punk or whatever, and then he laughed and said, man, it's so hard to take the high road.
Oh, no, you mean, you're talking about Klay Thompson.
Yeah, Klay Thompson.
He was pretty much trying to say, he's being a sissy because, of what was said to him. Come on, man. Yeah.
And he didn't say anything. But that year, he made history. He made history. History that had never been made before. He made history.
And I know Klay Thompson learned that lesson the hard way.
I'm sure Steph Curry is still traumatized by that, too.
Yeah. They do say that it still bothers them. Winning helps because they've won after that, but, it's tough.
So that's alpha male action. Yeah. You are not. You are
an alpha.
Acting like, because I'm an alpha man. How are you an alpha man when you have no resources?
How are you alpha man and you stand on a table in a room full of women? You've got to stand on the table to make your point.
When you're drunk.
Oh my goodness gracious.
And you actually were in a detention center because you were drunk. How are you alpha males making bad decisions for your life?
Girl.
Child, please. We just looked at each other for a solid 3 minutes when he said that. And I was just like, okay.
We'll see how this ends. What I'm happy about, I'm not going to take a breath until I see her on the plane, because I'm really hoping she doesn't come back to him and say, something, I'm just going to live here and I'm going to stand for my daughter. I hope you get on that plane.
She has a job, so I think she has a job.
And I'm sure she's going to be sending him money.
Of course, he ain't got no job. Because he's like, I'm going to find a way to collect money, whatever the hell that means.
I know.
But another person who is jobless, homeless, and has no funds, Ashley and Travis.
Oh, yeah.
They're
staying at the mother's place now. I am so happy the way the mom handled it.
Yeah.
I ask for your forgiveness. Hug it out. Tell them I'm really rooting for you all.
Remove
you all get
yourself
married
from the equation.
So that they can now see just the two of them. They can see themselves. Because when you as the parent now starts fighting with that girlfriend, fiance, whatever, then they use you to kind of they both, come together and they fight you.
Yeah.
But when you remove the drama of yourself away, now they got to look at each other. Yeah. Now they start seeing the problems with each other.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that she did that.
Yeah.
And said, I want you all to be here. I'm very happy. If you guys got married tomorrow, I'm going to be good.
Yeah.
Let's see how this works, because...
It always works.
Now she's pregnant, she said.
Well...
no, her period hasn't come. So
in 3
next
weeks.
time we will see
if she is
actually
pregnant or not.
Pregnant.
But Nathan and Skylar, those two who I don't think are...
I don't think Nathan really wanted to propose. Because if you really want to propose, why are you going through...
Why are you asking everybody, is she ready, is she ready, is she ready? Even you're not ready. A toxic relationship is now going to turn to a toxic marriage. And then you're going to have a toxic relationship, marriage, with kids.
It's funny when his friend said, hey, that we could get that.
Man, you can pawn that ring for money. What you talking about, buying her that ring?
And then her
he didn't say anything, so
seemed to have it was a weird energy between him and her friend. I just wondered to myself, they almost looked as though they were getting ready to kiss or something. The way they were looking at each other all so intensely. And she told him, well, I don't think she's ready. And
better watch out for that. But yeah, so... My thing is also, I think the reason why he didn't really say anything much when he said we could pawn that ring, because he knew he got it at Walmart for $5.
It looks like a really nice ring, though.
That Walmart has fabulous rings. Fabulous.
Girl, I know about that. That's where I got my wedding ring and his. I gotta tell you the story.
Well, I think that story wasn't you divorced you married your ex twice or something. Yeah. I think that was.
But we definitely have to talk about the Walmart rings.
Oh, yeah.
The rings and Walmart.
Yes. I wasn't, trying to be shady,
But what it is.
But let's talk.
You didn't tell a lie.
I know. So Monique and Derek, they had some cookouts, spent $138 on food. And
for your sister. I don't even know why you're inviting them to a cookout and you don't even have money for a cookout. This is what I'm trying to wonder about
my
this man.
thing is, I just thought it was too much money for that amount of food. Like, it really wasn't going to be that many. Like, you guys were buying food like it was going to be for almost like 50 people or something.
I know. It's just your sister and your grandma, great-grandma.
Well, he has sisters and brothers. So I think it would have been like all in all 10 people.
Yeah. And or 15, like, come on.
I mean, and then you have all that, but I guess you'll eat it when you get home.
He was trying to show off, like, look at my girl, look at me, and all this stuff. And they did not show up. They came 3 hours late on purpose.
Fell in front of the car, talking about how she hit her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, does anybody know if that sister is transgender or not?
I actually don't know.
I don't know, because her voice is really... Anyway, not saying that a woman can't have a deep voice.
Yeah.
Because there are some rappers
I kind of actually thought that she was a woman. I actually thought that she was.
You did? I don't know.
I know, maybe just a woman who has a voice. But I don't know.
I don't know. I just thought maybe she could be. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what that was the vibes I was getting. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, okay, I apologize. But yeah, I don't know. But I just thought she was being so dramatic. She fell down. She was in front of the car. Oh my God, you hit me!
And I didn't know why Monique was not just reversing. Just reverse your car. What? And how does she hit you when she's in reverse? But she hit you from the front. You're in the front of the car. How did she hit you exactly?
Well, I just thought
her car is on reverse and she's reversing out. How did she hit you by the front of her car? So stupid.
And Derek was laughing though at one point, but then they drove off or whatever, and he was telling her, "Don't stop the car."
Because the producer was saying to her,
so
like,
come over
because and so she went ahead because first of all, if she goes by the producers, what do they have? Security.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't want her to go and stop there. Like, I don't like the way. And then he starts cursing at her.
Yeah, telling her to shut the F up. Don't talk to me like that.
And all this stuff. I am happy that, like, and she was like, I will kick you out of the car. No, you're not going to do that. She's like, told him that she'll drag him out of the car. So I'm happy that she did stop the car. And then he has to go and get an Uber on his own.
Yeah.
Because I thought I was very disrespectful. After I have bought all that food.
Now you're cursing at me as if I'm the problem. But my thing is, Monique, I mean, yes, before they even got there, she was already talking about them, which I just felt like she came with good energy.
That's the other thing,
you really did not come with good energy.
No.
You really didn't.
She just stayed all upset. I see the elders left very quickly.
Yeah, they're just no.
Let us get our food.
Let's go about our business.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, because let's leave before the trouble arrives.
Yeah.
And we gotta be in the middle.
Again. But yeah, you guys, that was Love After Lockup.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys thought about this degeneracy down below. But it's Mary.
And
just like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below.